Chris, man, so third title shot, dude. I know you and Henry been secluded in San Diego. You look fit, which is a good sign. You know, given Deontay and the fights that he's had, and given the experience that you have, you know, what can you really take from those experience and apply into this fight in terms of fighting a guy like Deontay Wilder?
One thing is that I'm not going to be in deer in headlights.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to be scared. You know, scared money don't make money, and that's what I'm here. I'm here to get that title. It's not about the money. You know, I'm here to get that title. I want to make history. I want to cement my name in all those great champions like Wilder. But the main thing, man, I have to stay in his pocket, in his left pocket. I cannot stay on the outside, and if I'm in the outside, I gotta stay way on the outside, like literally on the other side of the ring. And I'm expecting a tough fight, honestly, because he has something to prove. Like I said, I was one of those guys that said he shouldn't get a title shot, and you know what? He got that title shot. He won, and he defended his title. So, you know, you gotta respect a man like that. You gotta respect a man that has gone through all that stuff. And he's been a very humble man. That's one thing that he has been, is a very humble person. Before he wasn't as humble, he was very brush and real out there, but he's a very humble man, that he knows who he is, and that's a dangerous person too.
A lot of people have said that they feel that you shouldn't be in this fight, that given the performances you had, you shouldn't be getting a title shot. But you know what? If the opportunity is given to you, it's not like you're going to say no. You know, you're going to go ahead and take it. So what do you say to those people that do bring that up?
And they're right. They are right about that. You know, me not belonging in the ring with him. You know, especially due to my last couple fights, you know. That being said, man, this is not going to be like the last couple fights. I'm ready for Wilder. I'm ready for him. I'm ready to give him more. I'm ready to win this title. I'm ready for this fight. Once they see the fight, they're going to be like, yeah, I always knew he could do it. I always knew he could do it. You know, those are the kind of fans that are going to be saying all that. But until then, stay tuned.
Is it weird fighting over here? The last two title shots, Mexican fans, close to home. Here, it's completely different.
No, I'm glad I'm not home. I'm glad. Why? You know, I love my fans. I love my friends. I love everybody out there. But this is probably the only stuff I'm really gonna do out here. That's it. When I'm walking down the street, ain't nobody really gonna recognize me. Nobody knows who the hell I am. Nobody's gonna be calling and asking me for tickets. You know, no one's gonna be wanting none of me, no piece of me. So to me, it's basically just come and fight, and that's it. So I love that even more than anything.
So it's like zero pressure, almost.
Zero pressure, just come and fight, and that's it.
Klitschko's a big name that you have on your resume. Stavern, it was a good, solid name also. Looking at the tools those two had and comparing the tools that Deontay had, how do you rate those three?
Well, Vitaly was a technician, man. Yeah. He was a very smart, methodical fighter. And I don't mean like methodical, like slow and clubbing and stuff like that. He used his angles perfectly. He moved, he used his distance. Like I said, I made him throw more punches than he ever thrown in any of his fights, because I kept the pressure going in. He had the condition, he had the power, and he had the movement. And against the very man, he just had those fast hands that that right hand that I did not see coming. He has that power, that whipping power, because there's a big difference between a whipping power and a strong power, which was Vitaly. Vitaly was just like a big thudding. You felt that shit. It's like
all the way down.
Yeah. But with Wilder, it's more like, Stavern is more like that, like real quick. Yeah. That's the biggest difference. And he just had that whipping power. He just had those whipping hand speed. And as far as Wilder, we're about to find out this Saturday. See what he has.
They say, well, not to say, but Wilder has an excellent jab, very powerful right hand. But you mentioned Vitaly. Vitaly has those things, and some people would argue that it's even better and more technical. Given that you've seen that type of thing before, how can you, I guess, gain from that experience coming into what he has in his jab and his right hand?
Main thing is with Wilder is I gotta stay away from his right hand.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem, is just staying away from the right hand. and I cannot stay in the outside. If I stay on the outside, he's gonna pick me apart. Plain and simple. You know, I gotta be in his left pocket. Make sure I'm in his left pocket, because if I get in his right pocket, you know, I may get some bad change.
You convinced that he can go 12 and really work hard based on that Severn fight, or do you feel that if you really press that, he might gas out, given, you know, the...
You know, we're all professionals, man, and he's a professional, and he's one of the best professionals out there, and I believe he can go 12.
Yeah.
That's why I'm ready to go 12. I'm prepared to go 12, because I have to be ready for Wilder to go 12.
Would it mean more this time compared to at the Staples or compared to SC?
I really wanted it the last one.
Yeah.
Because I wanted it for my fans, and I wanted it for Big Dan. And kind of sad that he's not here to witness this. That's one of the things, man. I want to make sure that I give him my all for Dan, because he believed in me. He believed in me when he see me fighting at the DoubleTree. He believed in me when he first seen me fight against some guy named Rodriguez and stuff. So he always believed in me. He always had my best interest, and he was a sparring person to me, because he helped me when he didn't need to help me. You know what I mean? So I just wish he was here. That's the only thing difference. I wish he was here.
What do you think he would tell you coming into this fight?
Give him hell, big guy.
Yeah.
You know, daddy-o. So yeah.
All right, Chris, thank you so much.
Thank you, brother.